I'm Lady Davinia from Absolution UK, the London division, part of Absolution NYC, here in beautiful Tel Aviv with Mickey from Untitled Productions. Good evening, Mickey. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me.
You're welcome.
First, I'd like to ask you, Mickey, about your small company. Okay, tell me a bit about it.
Well,
when did you start?
we started 10 years ago,
Okay.
2013. We're basically, it's not our job, it's not our day job, it's like
Okay.
we do what we like on our spare time.
Okay.
So usually bring bands that we like.
Okay.
Some people used to laugh at me and say that I go on my record collection at home and I pick bands.
And you pick the bands that you want to bring. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. So you've been running for 10 years.
Yeah.
In that time, you have brought to Tel Aviv quite a number of bands, as I understand.
Yes.
You can tell me a bit about the bands that you have brought.
Yes. So we started with a Dutch band called Meccano.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first band we brought.
Mm-hmm.
After that, we had Psychic TV.
Mm-hmm.
We had Blaine and Rellinger from Tuxedo Moon.
Mm-hmm.
We had Blixa Bargeld from
Mhm.
Einschutz and the Neubauten. We had Leibacher twice. We had Lydia Lunch. Who else? Leben and Hanover.
yeah.
We had them not long ago, like 6 months ago.
Mhm.
We had Crime in the City Solution also.
Mm-hmm.
2 Japanese bands.
Japanese bands?
Yes.
How did that come about?
Well, I've been in a festival in Amsterdam, not in Amsterdam, in another city in Holland,
Mm-hmm.
and well, we saw them play one of the bands that they called Mono, and we brought them, and we brought, after a few months, we had a connection with another Japanese band called Boris. We brought them also, and now we're in the mix of bringing Italian bands. We had Talk to Her a few months back, and in November we're having another Italian band called New Candies. It's shoegaze.
Okay. So how difficult is it for you to bring bands over here, as in the scene isn't very, very big?
It's a problem.
As I understand. But you
Yes.
did have, it was very successful, the last one you did with Lebanon Hanover.
Yes, Lebanon
Success.
was like a big surprise for us. It kind of broke all the rules.
Broke all the
from-
boundaries. Okay,
Yes.
that's good. In general, as you said, this is something that you do. It's not your job.
It's not our job.
It's not your job. It's something that you do from your love of music.
Exactly.
You've been for 10 years.
10 years.
You have some bookings, as you said, coming up. But in general, how do you view the scene now? As in general, with bands, do you think that a lot of people are going to live shows, especially after COVID? Do you think there is a thirst for live bands?
There is a thirst, but again, the scene here, I'm talking not only about the goth scene, but the entire
We'll talk about
alternative
we'll
scene.
talk about We'll put it all in one
Yes.
genre. Alternative. Yes. In general,
so
it
the
is.
alternative scene here is quite small, so it's quite challenging to bring bands, to find bands that can bring enough people, so
To make it viable.
Exactly. So that's a challenge, but
You're not
No.
giving up.
well, that's it.
Okay, that's the spirit.
Yes.
Don't give up.
Yes.
Okay, so apart from that, is there anything else? Like, would you consider, like, I know that you book smaller bands. I mean, would you ever try to consider something a bit like in clubs, like a bit smaller, since the scene isn't very big? Is it something that you've taken into consideration?
Yeah, we're
Like
doing,
part of a party?
we're trying to do that. The thing here is that venues of live music they close up early. They don't, you know,
Oh,
the
is there
staff. And
is there a curfew?
usually at venues like that, we do have a curfew,
Okay.
and usually the staff is not used to work, you know, all night long.
Mm-hmm.
Vice versa to clubs. Where they
Okay,
can
so it
work
makes it a
on-
bit more difficult, because
Yes.
that is something that in the alternative scene
I know.
around Europe, it's kind of a way getting around it.
Yes.
You can put on a band and then continue into a night.
We tried to do that in Lebanon, Hanover. We had like an outside porch, so we had
Mhm.
DJs out there doing like music before and after, and also you can also only smoke outside. So people go outside, they have music, they can dance, they can stay to the after party after the show. So we're trying to do that. Again, not easy here.
Not easy, okay. And this this company that you have, this small company that you have, Untitled Production, is it something that you do entirely on your own? Do you have any help?
Entirely on our own. Me and my wife. That's it.
It's just your venture, you and your wife.
That's it.
Okay.
We have no employees, no offices, no nothing. We both work from now after COVID. Most of the time we work from home. That gives us the time to, you know,
Well, okay.
to book other bands.
Okay. Well, any bands out there that might be interested in playing Tel Aviv, come in contact with Mickey.
And Untitled Productions TLV.
Yes. And come to this beautiful city. It's definitely a city that you must visit at least once in your life. My humble opinion. Okay, well, thank you for your time.
More than welcome.
Thank you for coming to the party last night.
It was wonderful.
Glad you
We had a
enjoyed
great
it.
time.
Glad you enjoyed it. And, well, we hope to come to see a band in Tel Aviv very soon.
We would love that.
Okay.
Thank
Good night,
you.
everybody. Bye-bye. I have another question for you, Mickey. Have you ever considered doing a festival with many bands?
Indeed, I did consider it. It would be a dream come true for me. I was just thinking about it not long ago. It's, as I said, it's 10 years that we're going, so I thought it would be
Obviously, if
a
there are
good
more
time.
obviously if there are more bands on the bill, some people might like one band, they might like another, and then
Yes.
where you kind of gather more people. We both know that it's more difficult to organize, more
Yes,
time.
it's
about
an
the-
entirely different
exactly to
operation.
organize everybody
Yes.
and make sure that the schedule all fits and it's viable, etc. But it is something you have been thinking about.
It is something that we will really love to do. It would be a
Would you
dream
like
come
to do that if you were to do that festival, because this is quite a hot country?
true. Yeah.
Obviously in summer, so people can maybe have a holiday as well. Would you prefer to have this festival, let's say, in an inside venue or outdoor?
That's a good question.
Because it's so hot.
Yes.
Even though everywhere's
outdoor
air
venues, I mean, it can be too hot here, especially for a European crowd in the summer. Well, we have to see. We first have to
Find the bands.
find the bands and find the dates, and then we
Yes.
can decide if it's going to be
And you
inside
would,
or outside.
as I understand, obviously you'd like some bands from Europe, all over Europe, maybe some American bands that could be touring
Europe,
Yeah,
exactly.
yes, to make it viable. Okay, well that would be actually quite interesting and something, let's say, new
Yes.
for this country, an alternative
Totally
festival.
new. Yes,
Okay. Well, I hope you achieve it, Mickey.
I do too.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
any bands out there, if you're watching, you want to play in Tel Aviv, you contact Mickey and he will sort it all out. Okay.